What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and today we have a fun video, kind of an experiment almost, on whether you can use a external capture card on your own computer to save processing power. Now, this is kind of hard to wrap my head around. I can't really figure out whether it would actually offload some of that onto the capture card itself, or if when it comes back, your computer is still going to have to do the same rendering to push that down to a video file anyway. So this is going to be an interesting experiment where I'm going to try recording using OBS's built-in display capture, and then output mirror the screen onto an Elgato, and then bring it back into OBS and record, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to check the frame rates and see if it helps at all with performance during gaming or anything like that. See if there's some hidden gem of a use, which I actually kind of doubt. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to Todd M. and Leslie Media. Thank you so much for becoming channel supporters. If you want to support this channel and keep content coming like this, please click on that join button below, get access to emoticons, live stream archives, and shout outs and videos like this. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to test is our standard OBS display capture. So we have display capture set up here. We have a standard 1080p 60 scene, and we are recording to a secondary solid state drive, so we shouldn't have any issues with throttling in that sense. But we're going to track frame rates in a program. Let's go ahead and open up Warzone and just go to the start screen, because I feel like the title screen with the character walking might be a good baseline frames per second that we can use before we try it with our game capture. So let's go ahead and open up Warzone and see how many frames per second we get. Again, noting that we are recording the screen at the same time, so we're not going to get as many frames per second as we would normally get, but that's what we're trying to figure out if we can fix, right? Alright, so Warzone is opening up. Let's see if we have to skip any cinematics. It's going to make us, it's going to be too loud. Alright, so we'll let the shaders finish up, and then we'll get a baseline of the frames per second. We can see it in the top left right now. It's at about 120 to 130. Alright, so 136, 137, 100. It's a little jittery, honestly. It kind of goes up and down a lot. It's staying around 130. Yeah, it's jumping around 128 to 130 on a pretty regular basis, sometimes dropping lower, but it looks like it's stopping at about 130, 132 at the highest. All right, so that's a good baseline for what we're expecting here. So let's go ahead and stop recording. And we can see our frames per second went up. Actually, you can't see because I just stopped recording, but it is at about 144. Which is kind of surprising that it actually didn't take that many frames per second away from doing that. But let's go ahead and remove the display capture. And we're going to add the video capture device and choose our game capture. We'll set it to 1080p, 60 frames per second. All right, we're still at about 140, 145, 147 in frames per second. So let's go ahead and start recording now that we've switched to the other game capture. All right, so we're back in, and what do you know? It's about the same as just recording. Actually, it's a little bit worse than just recording on the device itself. We're getting 124 to 130. Not even jumping very high above 130 like it was before. Now it's just kind of stuck there. So there is absolutely no need to run your PC into a game capture and go back into your PC. That decoder will do nothing for you in that sense in terms of performance. So fun experiment, but kind of figured it wasn't gonna work. But just thought I'd share that with you guys. If you have any ideas for videos or experiments you want me to do, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
What? You've never heard of Stream Savers? And you thought PewDiePie was the only YouTuber to make a game? I made a game too, and it's called Stream Savers, and it's available for pre-order right now for $9.99. And that's a great price.